Right, well, that's going to be the big stock of the day then. But let's get straight to Sanjiv Bhasin, director at IIFL Securities, who joins us on the show. Hi, Sanjiv. Morning. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, Sanjiv, we want to talk about a lot of stocks. First up on the index, we are at around that 17,000 odd mark. SGX Nifty suggesting a gap up. What's your view? Where are we headed from here? 18, 19, what's it?
Good morning, Nigel. Well, I think Prashant sounded the US that I'm on your channel in the morning, so better keep your eyes open. On a lighter note, 17,300 to 400 may prove to be a resistance. But mark my words, next week onwards, the second half of October, you're going to see the best bull rally ever. And that means the US markets will lead from the front. India will obviously outperform. So no holds barred, 18,200 by Diwali. And I think that the sheer pessimism of underweight India is now changing, and that will see a lot of inflows. You've seen, bear markets bottom out at the height of pessimism and oversold nature, and that's what you saw yesterday. So I think you'll see another 2 days of, pessimism that this is a one-day rally or something, but no holds barred. I think 17,400 once we cross that, 18,000 to 18,200 by Diwali. All fingers crossed.
Okay, Sanjiv, you look like you're dressed for Diwali already. So, season's greetings to you. Aren't you going to do a little dance for us?
So, Sonia, you're naughty and you've been watching. Yes, that time Bank Nifty made a new high. But mark my words, when Nifty makes a new high, I'll do a bhangra with you in your studio.
Wow. Oh, definitely waiting for that. Always. I mean,
Prashant, you want to join?
Always ready to party, right?
Nigel, Sanjiv, the first time Sanjiv and I spoke, I think Sanjiv was 2005? I think, or 2006. You just
2006, Prashant, 2006.
So it's an old relationship, and so we go way back.
Ups and downs. You've seen up.
Yeah. I mean, markets ups and downs. Sanjiv, what is, to be fair, on a serious note, markets here have already seen. I mean, we're vastly outperforming, right? When the market goes up, here the market goes up a lot more. I'm talking about compared to global. When the global market falls, we fall less. We're already sitting on huge amount of outperformance. How do you square that with what's happening globally? Go on.
So, Prashant, two things. See, I can take the count that India is an expensive market and has remained so. But look at the wall of liquidity. It is the retail investor. And make no bones, it's been 16 weeks. I travel every weekend and in smaller cities. You've never even been to Latur or Aurangabad in Maharashtra. And you can't believe the fervor there of buying a SIP or being invested. So this is not a 1 day or a 1 week or a 1 month or a 2 year story. This is here for keeps. Now that means that definitely there will be, the to's and fro's on the trough and the tides of how the global markets play out. We are succumbing to the dollar and so on. But take it with a pinch of salt. Just to give you a brief, on Sunday, 4,20,000 people traveled by air, which is a pre-COVID record. Now, either we are getting something wrong or our demographics are working to our premium. Look at the cars, look at the auto, look at the mortgage lenders, look at the airports, look at the hotels. So take it with a pinch of salt. We are an expensive market and we will remain so. There will be pockets of outperformance, underperformance. If the global markets do correct, which they have, then we will slightly also correct. But make no bones, we are headed to new highs before the other markets do.
Sanjiv, which are the areas, right? I mean, so you want to be in outperforming areas, right? Pockets which do really well, in a market which does well, but you want to be in the really stronger parts of the market. And if you're expecting a strong rally from next month, you said, right? Which are going to be the leaders in your opinion?
Next week, Prashant.
Okay. Second half of next week.
For next month.
Okay.
Yeah, next week.
Okay.
In November, there will be a bhangra with Sonia, so be prepared for that. On a lighter note.
I'm always ready. But you tell us now, what are you buying? So if one has to capitalize on the rally, one needs stocks, right?
Yeah, so Sonia, see, banks have relatively outperformed, and take the largest of them all, ICICI Bank. I think that has been a darling of a stock. Take the other case of when in my last 30 years have I seen Cummins, ABB, Bosch, Siemens, L&T all hit new highs. So it tells me that capex and infrastructure stocks are seeing the best time they've ever seen, and they are investing in that capex. You've seen autos lead from the front, like the likes of Eicher Motor, Ashok Leyland, and you know, M&M. You've seen cement players now consolidate, and I think some of them are now poised as monsoon is over. And a whole host of mid caps, you know, just take it with a pinch of salt. Last year, my top pick was on hotel industry, was Indian Hotel at 145. And this Diwali, it is Indigo. Like I said, if I've been traveling, there is no let up in the way Indigo flights are full. Their pricing power is such. You talk of artificial intelligence, you book a ticket today, tomorrow it's 1,000 rupees expensive. So that's how they are playing on, you know, your imagination, your outlook. I think Indigo is a no-brainer from here to 2,500 by next Diwali. That is my top pick. Housing mortgage is seeing the best time ever. If you heard Mr. Deepak Parikh or KK Mistry, and there is a small cap called Canfin Homes, which I think is in the threshold of getting a new external CEO. The book is the third largest in the book in the mortgage space, almost 50,000 crore, and the market cap is 6,000 crore. I think Canfin Home can be a 750 or 800 rupee stock in the next year. I can go on. I have certain stocks like Indian Hotel, Ashok Leland. In HCL Tech has been my favorite. Prashant knows that, and numbers were far ahead of what the street was making. And last but not least, I leave you with a dark horse, JP Associates. Now, I have covered this with Prashant for the last 10 years, 4 rupees, 8 rupees. Now they are in the realm of selling the 10 million capacity of cement. There's a talk of 27,000 crore debt, but let me tell you, 18,500 is already in a SPV on the land bank. The rest of the 9,000 will get a relief if this happens. There is a 750 crore escrow account which has been released by the Supreme Court, but the Allahabad High Court judge was on leave. And the NCLT case, ICICI is whole hog that they come out of this. Next Diwali, this stock is 30 rupees. So take it with a pinch of salt. We are invested in a lot of these names, so we will have interest there. But I am giving you some of the basket of ideas of large and small cap both.
And JP, we've seen, we've spoken about it, as you said, more than 10 years. But is it a lot of, another name, Sanjiv, is the turnaround, potential turnaround, right? BL Kashyap. I don't know if you, since you mentioned JP, I'm only mentioning that. Again, I think he's in CDR, is about to come out, is a very large contractor, prestigious contractor, by the way. They do all the work for embassy. Should one look at these kind of opportunities, which are cheap, on the verge of a potential turn, but some things don't turn, so one has to be mindful of that, so choose carefully. What's your sense? If you have a view on BL or other names in this category?
So Prashant, first let me tell you I love you, because BL Kashyap is my top pick, and it has been, and it is in our portfolio. Now you've given all the right reason. Let me also say BL Kashyap was in litigation regarding something on GST, which has been solved. B, like you said, they do all the contract work for embassy, which is now the owner of India Bull Real Estate. So make no two bones, this stock can even go to 75. All I'm trying to say is these are not stocks which are everyday run of the mill. But if you sit patiently with some of these turnaround stocks, then you cannot double but even triple your money. And like you said, BL Kashyap is, as a disclosure, under our coverage. We have it in our portfolio and some of our clients in this range of 23 to 25.
Nigel, one minute. I know you have a question, Sanjiv, but with what you said, I think you'll have to do the Bhangra with me also. When you
Sanjiv, I'm feeling left out. You're doing the Bhangra with Sonia. You love Prashant. What about me? But anyways, you had promised me Chole Bhature in Delhi, so I'm going to be coming. No, I'm going to be going there. Sanjiv has invited me and my wife. We're going to be having it in Delhi, so I'm going to take that. Post the dancing.
But we should remember this moment, right? He officially declared his love for Prashant on national television.
Absolutely, so Prashant.
honor.
Prashant and I go back a long way.
Yeah.
Do you know, Sonia, Prashant owns more land bank in backwaters of Kerala than any of you put together.
Oh,
he is a pure real estate man, and he told me in 2007, Sanjiv, I don't believe stocks, bonds, only real estate. And in the backwaters of Kerala, more land he has, none of you put together have that.
Sanjiv,
and take it with a pinch of salt. I am correct. Let him say it's not there. You are most welcome to my restaurant anytime. You will get the best butter chicken and the best dal you've had in a long time.
Right. All right, Sanjiv. And this Prashant goes on cribbing about these home loan rates. Anyway, Prashant, I'm going to take you up on that in the break sometime.
Sanjiv said, what he says, take it with a pinch of salt. So, take it with a very large pinch of salt. This one, at least. All right, Sanjiv, not the other stuff.
Sanjiv, very quickly, before we wind down, could you tell us what about these metal stocks? In the past, you've got that pretty much right. I remember a year or so ago, and then we had a good run. But from the top, some of them have corrected. What's your pick in there?
Yeah, Nigel. So see, if you've seen that on aluminium, embargo, it can spread to others. But believe me, the dollar has topped out for time to come. And I can see that yesterday the biggest trade was short dollar and long equities. And if that is going to be the case, then Tata Steel, Hindalco, Vedanta are going to be laughing their way to the bank. These stocks have underperformed, not because of a huge margin cut, but a small sort of loss on EBITDA and the problem which you are seeing on the export ban. But given the type of earnings, by the way, the type of debt these guys have repaid, these have become growth stocks. These are not value picks now. So I am very sure, like I said, the names Vedanta, Hindalco and Tata Steel, we've been accumulating those. We think aside from a trading play, they become very good portfolio plays and they're a best hedge against the weaker dollar, which I think is going to stay for some time.
Okay, Sanjiv, always entertaining, informative, and that humorous conversation.
You know, when someone says, I love you, you have to say, I love you back. So we love you too, Sanjiv.
Okay, Prashant, wish you all the best and all of you a very, very happy Diwali.
Thank you so much.
Happy Diwali.
And look forward to meeting you all and doing the Bhangra with you at the stadium
You know,
in 19,000.
it's a pleasure and honor to host you here in our studio when we hit that level of 18,200 that you're speaking of by Diwali, right? It's not too far away. So greetings of the season to you, your entire family and your team. Thanks a lot for joining in on CNBC TV 18. Well, that was one optimistic view. Kickstart.